I will make a funny question.
You are recording already?
Yes, but I will. How did you sleep tonight?
Actually, I had.
Easy question.
I would say I had the first weirdest experience in my life, really, almost like the first time, because I thought that it was a ghost. I heard very high pitch sound, like a ghost, like a typical, like a classical, like in the film, you see a ghost like they do. And I was really scared in such.
Last night?
Yes, last night. In such an extent that all my body was like covered with a kind of cold shiver. I've never felt like that.
That's because of the story of the team.
Because it was animal sounds, or kind of sound of a living being. It was not kind of trees or anything else. And then later, and I was really kind of physically scared. I was scared before my brain was kind of able to process things. And later I thought that maybe there were foxes or shakals or whatever they have. Okay, it was my weird experience here in Muhu. But now, as we are sitting here in the oldest church of Estonia, 13th century, Theo read that it was 1230 somewhere, something built quite long ago. And as we all are working in the cultural field, and you especially as an art collector and art center, art hub owner, and you're from so different geographical area and from so different cultural environments and interacting here with Estonians. What do you think? Is there any possibility to collaborate between people who are living here and people who are working and living there in your country?
Mm-hmm. Well, we already had Estonian Art Month, so basically, you were one of them. This is our role, basically. This is what we do in Art Hub. Currently now, we are inviting artists from African islands. So, since October 2012, we started a program that's called Art by Country, where every month we invite artists from one country or a group of countries, and we are going on. Of course, the difference now in Estonia is, I think we start to learn that it's a culture country. I think your identity and your continuity as an Estonian was based on the culture. Maybe you are not a big country, maybe you are not a strong country in military, but we went through all these struggle. And the thing that make you continue to last, it's culture. So we think that Estonia has a strong culture, and it will be interesting to explore more. Of course, in our region is the heart of world cultures. All the big religions come from the Middle East, or big civilization in this part of the world is in the Middle East or near Middle East, like Rome. So we will be interested to explore more and to try to find a mean of exchange and to continue.
Now we are talking in the context where we were planning kind of collaborative artistic week between Arabic and Estonian artists, and it came out that it was so complicated to gather them, and different obstacles were there. And what do you think, is there any possibility to organize such a thing in the future, maybe to have a bit more time for preparation and for announcing or for gathering maybe not only UAE artists but artists in the neighboring countries there.
Yeah, again, it's a learning curve, and we have to work it out. But it's interesting. I mean, and I think maybe the month that we choose, August, is not really interesting, because worldwide it's a vacation month. But no, I think many people, they are interested in coming to Estonia. It's a country that they hear about it a little, but you would explore it. And I think the landscape and the environment is very interesting. So maybe next time we'll try to gather more numbers and try to fix it in a time where, convenient to everybody.
Yes, and I understand that you are thinking a little bit in this direction, not only to collaborate with artists, but also to offer possible services for possible Arabic investors, let's say, or to organize or to establish a kind of family village where people from UAE can spend their time in the hotter summer months, during the summer months, or just to offer them some kind of exchange or change in their experience. And we had some interaction with real estate agents. How it seems to me, is it possible? For me, it was almost like quite utopical project to find a complete village with what you can kind of establish as a retreat for people from UAE. And is there, what do you think? Is it possible, or what kind of project it is? It's kind of a commercial or kind of a business project?
Right. Well, as you know, that I'm originally a businessman, interested very much as a passion in art, but this is one. The other one, we talk about inviting some, Estonian companies to attend in the UAE different exhibition. We have very interesting project where basically we would like to invite many companies to come and to experimentally exhibit, in the UAE. Now, for this project, what it is, it's basically, as you know, that we have a different weather, and in your nice summer, it's a very hot season. And in our culture, people, they like, as a family, they like to be close to each other in one place. So I thought that Estonia, it would be a nice, typical, very welcoming and very interesting landscape in terms of space and weather and change. The challenge is to find, we are talking about between 15 to 20 houses, not necessarily a complete village. But we are looking around all over Estonia, and doesn't matter the destination, as long as it's a little far from a normal city, because countryside or remote area is also acceptable. So we will see, and hopefully that this will really make maybe Estonia on our map as a holiday destination and retreat.
I remember your company sends out some invitations to take part in some fair to Estonian companies, and I don't know how widely it was distributed here in Estonia, but did you have any responses where people did they have any interest or not?
Yeah, it is really interesting. interesting because, as you know, UAE is not a market for the UAE. UAE now become the center in the regional, that area where many people from Africa, from even Central Asia, India, Iran, and Iraq, when there is exhibition, they come. So it is a center for trade and exchange. And what we are now having is something very interesting because it is not only a few days. It can make the exhibition last for 1 year in the cost, the same cost of 4 days. So we create a system or structure in which it will be based in Abu Dhabi, mainly for the industrial side, which will include construction, machinery, medical equipment, agricultural equipment, and so on. So any company in this field, they can have permanent exhibition, and it's very simple, very economic, and very flexible in terms of no paperwork required, no registration, no licensing, no local sponsors, and so on. So hopefully this will attract small and medium companies with no much risk and no much cost.
Maybe last question, more in our field. As opening of Louvre is announced for this year, and what do you think what will change in your activity in Art Hub, in your interaction with the artists? How much it will change? Do you see any signs that something is changing or something is different as it was like a half a year ago or a year ago?
Yeah. Well, basically, we have to see what we are talking about. We are talking about the Louvre, something in south of France. So it's a worldwide scale thing. So it will put Abu Dhabi in the map, world map, in art and museum. Of course, it's a big step, big investment, and it will be followed by Guggenheim, and also a cooperation between British Museum and UAE to create, our national museum. So basically, we will have a big mass in terms of destination, in terms of, museums. The exact change we have to see, but of course, with the scale, there will be some effect, and there will be some interesting, what you call this, lead destination, lead people to come and to check the exhibitions. So I'm sure that around it will be some other activities. The whole art, which was 7 years ago, was based also on this. We thought there is something coming, and we were willing to invest and to prepare for that moment. Of course, there is a lot of things in the private sectors and the government preparing for that, not only in Abu Dhabi, but also in Dubai and other Emirates. So we have to see, but I think for sure it will have a positive effect, and it will be another cultural landmark that we hope that it will extend our event and activities in our busy schedules. Yeah.
Thank you, Ahmed, for the
Okay.
interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good, very much.
Anna, ma olen hiljem ka kuulata, ma saan
Ikka.
I hope the sound is okay. Your mobile is
Making it more fun, background music.
And the birds did fly like.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes.
Kuidas on tuvi?
Pigeon.
sul on liidukaamera välja. Ma ütlen, et mõni liigutus veel ja siis tähendab, vaata, see kaamera, mis mul Emiraatides oli, seal käib mikker peale, ta mikker saab eraldada, mikri ka siia ka. Aga ma ütlen, et niisuguse asju, sa ei müü seda mitte kuulda.
Ma võtsin teile sellega ka, see võtab pärast.
Ma ei usu seda. See ikkagi, profitasemel ei ole.
Ei, ma ei müü seda, aga see müüb neid.
Ma ütlen, et isegi see, mida mina tegin, see, meiega, eks ole, mis telesse läks. Seda heli ka sõimata, mul oli ka nagu eraldi.
Tead, aga head nii tehtud selles mõttes, mul ei ole midagi teha.
Jaa, okei.